Okay,
I hope you're having a good experience, a good start.
That's fine.
Yes. These amateurs.
Yes, these amateurs. But on that note, Mohannad, welcome to the soon-to-be #1 podcast in the UAE.
Inshallah, let's hope so.
Yeah, soon, because clearly you saw. Why is it not right now? Because
Takes time, it's fine.
But-
Don't worry about it.
well,
Yeah.
so Vishal.
Yes. Now we can start,
You
right?
can, yeah, signature
Yes.
questions.
So, Mr. Mohannad, how are you feeling today?
I'm good, alhamdulillah, feeling pretty good.
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
Why are you feeling so good? What's making you feel so good?
I don't know, it's a weekend,
Yes.
chilling,
Yes.
seeing old friends.
Yes.
How are you
Huh?
feeling, Vishal?
Huh?
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, but I'm not feeling satisfied. I don't know why.
Why?
And it's been there for a very long time. I'm feeling good. I'm happy,
Yeah.
but I'm not satisfied. What about you?
I'm feeling great, man. You have a great guest today. In his presence,
Thank you guys.
everything gets great. I don't know why you're so down today.
I'm not done. I'm never done.
Okay.
I'm never done. I'm always happy.
Alright.
But just satisfaction. Yeah. Are you satisfied, man?
I am satisfied.
And how is it? How is it? In what field? In what ways are you satisfied? Tell me. No. Like, is the job good? Job going good?
Yeah,
Job is good.
going
Family,
really good.
family-wise,
Yeah.
everything is going good.
Yeah, family are going good. Job is pretty good.
Hmm.
Life is good too. Like, it's just living the life step by step, reaching wherever I want to go, trying new stuff every day. So technically, like, I'm satisfied, but I'm looking for more too. But you need to sort of be satisfied with whatever you
Yeah.
are right now, and be a bit humble, because like you'll be never satisfied in your life. You would reach your
That's
goals,
true.
you would reach more than your goals, but you'll never be satisfied. So you need to make yourself satisfied. Like, you need to push yourself to be satisfied and happy, because you need to live each day by itself. You'll always be looking for the future. You're looking like, okay, I want to be rich. I want to have this. I want to have that. I want to have my own company. I want to get married, have kids. But in the end, like, you won't be satisfied at all. Like, you always want more. Even when you reach your goals, you'll be like, no, I want more. I want more money. I want more. Like, a lot of people get in that situation. They become really greedy, and in the end, they lose it all because of greed. So you just need to be humble, wait for the right moments, and live each day by itself. Even if, can I curse?
No.
Alright. Even if things don't go well in a day, it's fine. Like, you can just be sad for a couple of hours and think about it. Like, you're still doing good.
Yeah.
You have a good life, you have good friends. You're not screwed up as much like some other people are living in hell sometimes,
Yeah.
but they're still satisfied in their life. So why you're not satisfied, like, what in this situation you're living in right now?
Oh,
That's pretty much.
what a way to start the podcast.
Yes, actually. But
great.
now if we move out, you wanted to ask something.
I'll ask
Yeah.
you, what are you doing right now? So, like,
In life.
at work, what's happening? What's new? What are you doing?
Well, in work right now, I moved to a senior designer position, so it's more like responsibility
Yeah.
became a bit more right
Yeah.
now. I'm trying to prove myself in that situation, trying to prove myself even out of the design circle. I'm
Yeah.
trying to like prove myself and other stuff, like, and the company itself, that I'm not just a designer. I'm here to change stuff up, getting ideas, seeing what works, what not,
Yeah.
what I know about the field, what I know about other stuff, especially that I've been born and raised in UAE,
Yeah.
so I know a lot. I know about a lot of stuff, a lot
The
of
culture aspect and
Yeah.
everything, you bring up all that.
yeah, the culture stuff, everything. So that always helps. I'm
Yeah.
trying to put that also on
Yeah.
the table to show that I'm not just a designer.
Yeah.
Because like by the end of the day, you won't be a designer all your life,
Exactly.
or you won't be in that position all your
Yeah.
life. You want to move up to other positions, like, because like design is fun, design is good. It's hectic sometimes.
Yeah.
It just like screw up your brain, but at the same time, you need to move on to other stuff. You need to hold teams. You need to be
Yeah.
in a management. Maybe one day you'll be opening your own company. So
Yeah.
you need to know everything. You need to learn from the best. You need to learn from the seniors out there.
Yeah, I think the reason I asked that is there's a lot of misconception about designers where they just draw things and edit it and
No,
that's it,
really,
right?
no,
so
no.
like I address that like whole narrative of how other people in different professions think like design's just an easy job. You give them something, they just draw it, and that's it. You know, I feel like a lot of times you'll see in companies it'll be like, hey, we've given you something, just give it us now, instead of understanding how much work that goes into. I want you to talk about a bit of that, like tell us, like, or just tell those people like, hey guys, this is what I actually do. Because there are a lot of new designers coming up who will have their pressure. So I just want them to hear it from coming from someone experienced.
Well, design actually, like, we're talking about graphic design right now. Like, there's a lot of other design.
Can you right tell about them as well? Like,
it's kind of all the same at the same time. Like, even talking about interior design or graphic design, but I think for graphic design, a lot of people think it's a bit easier job because you're just sitting in front of a computer doing like posters, ads, videos, editing, all these stuff, small stuff. And some people think like it's just an easy job. What would you do? Just like get a picture, get some text, edit it together. But sometimes it takes more time just to get the idea itself, even if it's a really simple one. Like it could be just a text on a colored background or even nothing. But getting that idea is sometimes it takes more time than some people think, and it depends. Like for me, sometimes I become an overthinker. I don't know why. It's a bit wrong also because it affects the time and everything. I'm trying to work on that too, but like sometimes getting the idea. However, right now it's a bit easier because like you can just open Google, Pinterest, Behance, whatever you want, get some inspiration from other things and redo them in your own, like with small touches. Like all the designers do that. Like that's how you reach your goal. Like why would you start something from the like zero if you can just find some kind of inspiration and work on that? Like you're just cutting technically 30-40% of your work. You're just moving more easier steps. But sometimes like it takes time, and even like for the designer, if he's satisfied with the design, clients sometimes they're not. So that's one of the issues like designers get a lot. Like they would do the design, finish it, send it, and they will get feedback. Sometimes they would get like fully feedback. No, I don't like this. Start from the bottom, and like so sometimes that puts pressure on the designer. Okay, like what should I do right now? Or what would like, especially if you don't understand the client or what do they like, or they don't give you like proper feedback, so you'll be like, okay, we're stuck here right now. Like I don't know what he wants. Even if you ask them, sometimes they will be like, you're the designer, you should design. Like, give it the ideas. Like at least I need a small tip to understand whatever you want. Like some clients understand what they want. Sometimes they even send inspiration, like things they like, so that makes our life a bit easier. But sometimes they don't send anything. Like it's your own, and you need to try to create something that they would like. So these stuff sometimes take time, and one of the things that actually a lot of designers lack, unfortunately, is sales, being like a marketing person. That's the one thing that a lot of designers lack. So technically,
what do you mean by that though?
So technically, if like you know how marketing people or sell, like how they work, they sell you the thing. However it takes, they try to come up with the best.
The best pitch.
The best pitch. Anything that this is the thing that you need. You need to get this thing. So as a designer, technically it's not our job. Like it's account management, is whoever sends the work to
that's what I was going to say. It's not your job.
But sometimes you even need to sell. Like you need to sell it in a way. Sometimes, especially if you're working, the client is your company. If you're doing some internal work, like you're the one who needs to sell. So you need to learn that thing. Or you're doing freelancing, for example. Like a lot of designers do freelancing. You need to learn how to sell. Like sometimes you would do a really simple thing, but if you know how to sell it, that's good to go. You're good. Like you would do something that is really, like I saw that with some people actually. Like they would do something really simple, really basic. Like what is that? But when it comes to selling it, they would fully sell it, and people like they buy it. I'm like, okay, like that's a different situation. So that's what
I think there are two aspects to this. Sorry to cut you here.
That's fine.
But if you are working in an, let's say, marketing agency, right? And in a marketing agency, I'm not talking about digital or just a normal marketing agency who do all kinds of traditional, digital, everything. And then you have a designer working on it. So you will have multiple teams working over there as well. You will have the sales, you'll have the marketing, you would also have client relationship, and then you would have design, right? But I think almost every time it's the client relation and the marketing team that is always in touch with the client. At that time, you don't need somebody from design team to get in touch with the client, right? So it's more of how the marketing team sells your content, whatever you have created, to the client.
Yeah.
That's one case. Second case would be something like a designer working as a freelancer.
Yeah.
And directly in touch with the client.
Yeah, that's a
and that's where they need a proper sales attitude.
Yes, but at the same time, you're the designer and you know what you created. So, for example, sometimes the marketing would come to us and like, I don't like that. I'm not sure about that. So sometimes you're like, you know what you created. So sometimes you need to sell it for the marketing team, so they sell it back. Like not all, because the marketing team, they're just sellers, they're sales. Like they just like take whatever you did, they try to sell it, put comments, put everything, and they put it there. But at the same time, sometimes the marketing, they don't understand much in design. So you need to sell for them whatever you created, so for them to make it easier for them to sell it. Like you need to be like a professional marketing guy. Like you need to be like someone who's like fully professional in it, but at least need to know the tips, the small tips, like why did I do this, why did I do that, why did I choose these colors, why did I choose this picture, this text, all these small stuff. Even like, for example, you can like if the account management or someone send you like the content to add, sometimes you feel like, okay, this won't work, so you need to go back. Oh, I don't like this, I think this would work, and you need to sell why this works and whatever they sent does not work. Like some stuff changes the whole game, and that's how like I feel like a lot of designers should learn since the beginning. Like they need to put their fingerprint. Like you're not just a designer. Like if you're just a designer, you're just like a robot there. You would do the work, they would come back, everything. So you won't finish like here. So you need just to learn small steps of marketing. Like I'm not saying about to be a marketing guy. Like you're not a marketing, but
just need to know how to sell.
Yeah, that's like small stuff would change the whole game for you.
Or maybe it's the other way around. Maybe the marketing guys need to know a little bit about design.
That too. Like it should be the other way. Like it should be from both sides. Like you should know about the design and you should know about the marketing. Like in the end, you're working the same circle. Like you're a designer, the marketing, and you're always working together. So each one should learn small stuff from like the others. That's how companies work. Like that's how companies also grow at the same time. But if each one is working, just doing his job, you'll be stuck in a loop that, okay, do this, remove this. Then like after, I don't know how many changes, okay, this thing will be approved. And like the designer will be burned, the marketing guy will be burned. It's like, okay, we're done. So like I feel like there should be kind of a system for both teams, and even like account management, like all these people in one circle that they can understand each other. And that's mostly it. But going back actually to the design, we moved out of the whole question.
I mean, I was just before we move out from those questions. So you mentioned you mentioned like different stakeholders, like account management team, marketing, client. Tell me this. Who has been the most annoying department for you to work with? Someone you like get, alright man, like I made a design, why aren't you not understanding it? Like in your experience so far.
Damn.
Be honest.
There are two people from marketing sitting in this room, just letting you know.
Like I think each time is different situation. Like sometimes like it would be the account management, sometimes it would be the marketing team, sometimes it'd be like the internal.
You are just waiting for the marketing word to come out of his mouth.
You are just like sometimes it'd be like the management. Like it depends. Each time it would come from different person. Like it depends on the work, the stuff, but it's not always like one person. It depends. So like it goes here and there.
Yeah. Do you feel as a designer when you make a design, because you're the expert in that field, this is the right thing? When someone else like from EM or marketing comes in like, no, this is wrong, with no design background, does that annoy you sometimes? You like
sometimes it does. Like if I made a design and I like it and it goes, like sometimes it does, unless they give me like proper feedback, like some proper comments that, okay, no, that makes sense actually. Right now I can see it, especially for the designer. Like if I'm working on a design, I'll be working on it like for at least a couple of hours. So I've been looking at the design back to back. So like I would start missing some stuff because I'll be focusing on some other, like on some stuff in the design, I'll be missing some small details. And like if a fresh eye look at the design, like even sometimes like for me as a designer, when I look at other designers' work in the team or whatever, I'll be finding some, like, and they're professional, and some of them even have more experience than me.
Sure.
But there will be like small stuff that I would give comments about, and I'll be like, okay, that makes sense. And it goes by the other way around. Like I'll be working something, they'll be looking at my design, they're like, okay, I don't think that works. Try this, try that, try that. And I'm like, yeah, actually you're right. Because when a fresh eye looks at the design, it's different than when you look at the design for a long time. Sometimes even when I'm working on a design, I get bored of the design, like I don't even like it at all. However, when a fresh eye looks at it, it's like, no, I like this one, this works. So when you look at something for really long, you'll get bored of it, like, because like, I don't know, like, would this work, would this not work? So mostly what I tell about like designers, if you're working on something, even if you get bored of it or you don't like it, like mostly make more than one design. Like try to make 2 designs at least to share it with the client. Like even if they're a bit similar but with small changes, that would help too. Don't make insane amount of designs, like maximum do 3 designs and share them with the client, because if you do a lot, the clients will be lost, you'll be lost, and they will be coming back a lot. So just do 2 to 3 designs, share them with the client. Even if you're not sure fully about it, sometimes the client would love it, and you're like, okay, I'm sold. So.
Now going back a little bit, why did you choose design?
Why did I choose design? Damn. So technically, when I started college, I was in studying IT multimedia.
Okay. So what is it? Sorry?
IT multimedia.
IT multimedia.
Yeah. So technically,
what is it?
It is more about programming, but for example, like for specific stuff like gaming, like animations, all these stuff. Like so, it's like computer science, but with more advanced things for like entertainment and everything.
Okay.
Like doing programming for games, for animations, all these stuff. And for me, I was not sure about it as much, but I entered it because I wanted to go into media actually in the beginning. Like I loved media, I wanted to go into media, but you know how parents sometimes go. They're like
media as in like TV news, like that kind of
news, all this stuff, photography, videography, that side. But you know, sometimes parents will be like, no, this is like, all of people are studying this, there is no jobs and stuff, just move to this. It's kind of similar to it, just like there is multimedia and everything. So I was not sure a lot about it. So I stayed there for like a year and a half, but like I was not satisfied with what I'm studying. Like I was like, I'm not sure if that's the thing. So one of the courses we took was graphic design when I was studying IT multimedia. I'm like, okay,
one of the courses in IT multimedia was graphic design.
Yeah, one of the classes.
Okay.
So I was like, actually that seems fun, like I think I should go to that. And after a year and a half, I just went to my dad, like, I'm changing majors, I don't like that. Like, sure, choose whatever you want.
Okay.
So I went with, like, I learned a bit more about design, what is the graphic design, what do they do. Like, I didn't know much about it still, but I knew the basics. So I was like, okay, I want to go to that.
Okay. So the majors was actually IT multimedia.
Yeah.
But then one classes for graphic design, and then you said you can change your major in between to graphic design, and that's how you came into graphic design.
Yep. So I just moved, and actually I'm not even mad about it. Like it helped me a lot. Like it's a good major. Like I'm not saying like it's a really good major, and it like helped me a lot to reach to places I want to be in, and So like I'm not even like mad about like wasting a year and a half of my life in another major, because sometimes these stuff happen. Like you need you'll be somewhere that you don't like, and like okay, maybe it's time to move to something else that I would prefer. So
Okay. So you know, I guess like you always were interested in the media side, and now you have your own Instagram, you do food blogging, you have your history thing.
Kind of.
I want to understand what made you start that, and why did you stop? Because you're doing a good job.
I didn't stop, but I got busy with life and work and everything. As like it's sometimes like for food thing, it's not as hard to edit and show and share, But sometimes you'll be like busy in your life, especially when it comes to weekdays, for example.
Yeah.
Like you'll be finishing work, going to the gym, going back like it's like 8:39, and it's a bit late to share the videos. However, sometimes I edit the video and share them midday. But sometimes like I'm just tired, just want to chill, relax, and I forget about it. Like I would be having like a ready to go video, but sometimes I would forget about it. Like okay, later on, and it goes back to back. So it's a bit like it's a really good thing, but it takes a lot of work, a lot of hustle, and a lot of time. So just the time thing. Like I think if I do proper time management, it would be easier. But sometimes like things come up in your life, and like okay, I don't have much time for it right now. But how I went to it actually, like an older friend. Like, because I used to go to try a lot of restaurants, like just for fun. Like each weekend I would try a new burger place, new restaurant, new things come out. Especially like after COVID, a lot of influencers started coming out, food vlogger and stuff in Dubai. And it's like, okay, like I would just go try their places that they advertise. Some places are good, some places are like, okay, they're not that great. So my friend told me, why don't you do a food vlogging page? Like you're going each week either way, so just do it. Like you just take some videos and go with it. So I was like, sure, why not? So I started the page, and I won't lie to you, when I started the page, I was like a bit shy. I was a bit scared. Like, okay, what would people think about me and everything? Like even the name itself, I tried to keep it. Actually, the name was like, the Arbab thing was from my previous company, and it was just like a joke or something. But I was like, okay, I will use that. Like, screw it. And I did the page, and when I first started, like the videos were really bad. I was just like shooting the food, not shooting myself, editing the text, music, sharing the video, whatever happens. And later on, a couple of videos later, people started knowing me, especially in my previous company. They're like, because they know the nickname, like Arbab is like, okay, I think that's Mohannad, so let's follow him. And it's like I started getting follows out of nowhere. Like, how did the people know about me? And then when I started going to the office, and they're like, oh, like we saw your food vlogging page. Yeah, you're doing good. Keep it up. Da 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 da. And then I started breaking a bit the fear. Like
coming up yourself.
Yeah, I started coming with myself small videos, for example, like before eating, like sharing the video of myself and stuff, and started breaking the fear in many ways. Actually, that was a big thing, because I was a bit shy of like showing up like in the camera and doing all this stuff. And later on, I started like doing more shooting myself, and I don't care. Like even before, I was scared, I was shy to shoot myself in front of people in like general places. Like, this guy is doing food vlogging and stuff. Like, how people say. Then I was like, I don't care what people say. Like, I'm just doing something that I like. Like, whatever happens. I don't care. So I started doing that. Later on, I was like, why don't I try voiceovers? However, I'm not a big fan of my voice. But however, like, what would happen if I tried once? I tried one video, and it actually did really good in TikTok. Like it got me, like I think more than 10K views, and like I was like, okay, that works actually, and people even like supported me a lot. Like one of the things that made me continue like for a longer time are people. Like because a lot of the time people are scared of doing things because they're like, okay, people will judge me right now. People will say that. People will say this. However, it's all like I feel it's not true. Like if you're doing something right, if you're not doing something stupid or like just for fame or for attention, you're doing something like proper, like you're doing food vlogging, like something that would help people. Like people will support you always, like close friends, like even people I don't know much, like some people I just met once and they're like, okay, you have a food vlogging page. Oh, keep it up, and they just went there and followed me. Like I don't even know them as much. I just met them at once. Like even I don't know how, and they just followed me and like they supported me. So like sometimes like people would support you if you're doing something right. Like judgment will be there always. Like of course I got some judgment from other people and stuff. Like in the comments, some people I know and stuff. But at the same time, judgment will be there. If you're doing nothing, you're just sitting at home, people will judge you like, oh, why are you sitting at home? Why are you not going out?
There are all kinds of people.
You'll be judged.
There are people who will judge you. There are people who will support you.
But people who would support you are way more than people who would judge you.
So ignore the people who judge you.
Yeah, that's it. Like sometimes actually the people who judge you would make you more famous.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh actually.
Like that's what happened in a lot of my
publicity.
Videos. Yeah, that's what happened in
fake publicity.
Yeah. Like for example, a lot of my videos, I would just share a restaurant. I would like it. Like whenever I go out in a place, I would say my honest review. Like whatever, like because actually I'm freaking paying too for the place, so I'm not like saying it's good and it would be bad. So some people would come there in the comments and be like, no, I didn't like it. What? No, it's really bad. It's just a whatever place. And whenever you get more comments, you're getting more views. You're getting more attention of people, and I'm getting more likes, more follows at the same time. So I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Like, just keep it up going. I'm happy. Like, and I'm not doing something that, like, I'm confident because I'm not doing something stupid or just to get attention. I'm just doing something to, like, I'm just sharing
for yourself.
Content. Yeah, I'm doing something for myself. It's like a hobby, something I like.
Yeah.
I'm doing either ways. So that was like the first thing, like how I entered.
Content creation.
The content creating thing. The history thing came out later because actually I love history. Like I'm a really big fan of history. Like I'm a history geek or nerd. I don't know whatever exactly it is. But yeah, like I love history. I'm like I want to do something for history, like since forever. But I was like scared and shy also about the camera at that time. So I was like, right now I have the confidence, and I really don't care about what people say. And like there's a lot of people out there that does it, so why not? And especially with history, not a lot of people do it right. So I was like, I can go there. So I started doing some video and stuff, coming out of the camera, getting the information, getting the content, saying it, trying to get that right thing. And each video is becoming a bit better. Like in the beginning, it was like whatever. Then I started, okay, knowing what should I do, looking at other content creators and all these stuff. And it moved on. However, I know I stopped really early, but I'm coming back to it. I just need some time for it. Like I want to give it more attention because that's one of the things that I really like actually. However, like there's a lot of content creators out there, especially when it comes to food vlogging. There's insane. Like when I first started, I thought like, okay, what, 10, 15 people? I went there, they're like around more than 50 plus people. Only in Dubai, we're talking about Dubai only. I'm like, crap, okay, that would be really hard for me to get it through there.
Yeah.
But it's not going that, like, still going good for me. However, I'm lazy, but it's still going good. Yeah. And especially I'm not trying to buy followers, because most of these people, like, with all my respect to everyone who are watching this video, a lot of people buy followers. Yeah. Like they would buy like insane amount, like over like 10k, 20k, like, and you can tell, like you open the page, like he has 20k in the video. Yeah, like 10 likes, 20 likes, 100 views. It's like
you can measure the number of followers, the kind of engagement that they are getting with their posts.
Yeah, but for me, I just don't want to do that. I want to keep it real for everyone. Like, okay, I have this amount of followers. Like, okay, on Instagram I don't have much, like 800 something. And TikTok I have like, okay, 1300 or something. So overall I have like around 2k, sorry. But at the same time, I don't want to fake it. Like this is me, I'm doing real stuff. I don't want to buy any followers, keep it real. So if and slowly I'll try to build it up. That's
okay. One thing which I wanted to ask was that, you know how you said how you were camera shy, and you know like what people think, and again like I guess like the haters part, they bring more authenticity to your content. Like people go, okay, this is not fake, it's not all his friends. Like if they see a hate comment, they're like, okay, this is something real. Yeah, I like it. And you know you see all around the world how different streamers or YouTubers are like blowing up. If that ever happened to you, would you be like, you know what, I'll do this full time, I'll leave my design job and just go in this? Have you ever considered that? Like,
yeah, sure, of course. Like, see, I like design. Like design is been doing design for like around more than 5 years right now. But for sure, like if these things like blow up, that's why I'm trying to focus on it more. Like maybe it will blow up one day and I can change major. Like even design will be there in my life, of course, because it helped me a lot in like doing all these videos, like even like doing the editing, doing the small stuff, like maybe mostly in the history page more than the food page, but it helps like even like in the shooting part and everything. I learned more about it, of course, but I'm still learning more about these stuff time day by day and video by video, but it still helped me. And of course I'll be using design in my, like even if I change careers to that thing, I'll still be using design, especially if I'm doing my own editing, if I didn't get someone to edit my videos later on. Yeah. But I'll be using it for a while, yeah, of course. But yeah, sure, like if it blows up, if it works, I would love to keep that as my main job. Yeah. And maybe design will be a side thing that I would do. Maybe freelancing time by time, maybe I'll be opening my own agency later on.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Apart from time, I'm sticking to the content creation part right now. But apart from time,
Yeah.
what are the other major challenges that you face?
See, like time is, like I think mostly it would be time.
Yes.
Because, see, for me, I don't mind trying new stuff. Like while shooting, while doing the videos, getting the content, trying all these stuff, because this stuff will be fixed by time, like or by each video. Like, okay, you know that you did something wrong in this video, so you fix it in another one.
Right.
But I think it's mostly for me time, especially like if you're independent. Like for example, you know, like I'm living by myself. I have my own. I'm living like I have the rent. I have all these bills. I have my own work that I need to push myself into it too. So like the other stuff are important for me too. Like maybe they're personally for me right now. Not like it's not a big thing, but they're important. But small stuff like, or not actually the big stuff too. Like all these stuff I talked about.
Yeah.
They're like they take more of your attention to like just go out there, like look for the content, get ready to do all these stuff, all these videos. Even in the weekends, sometimes like you want to like hang out a bit, see your friends, go for a movie, go for a dinner, or just relax. Like you've been looking at the screen for like what more than 40 hours in that week, and you just want to relax. You don't want to do anything.
Right.
So that affects big time. However, that's wrong because you need to, if you love something, you need to do it. Even your part time, if you have a couple of hours a week, it does not take much time.
So the challenges are more of personal than I would say technical, like your expertise. You are very fine with your expertise, then but the challenges come on the personal side. Like I need time for my friends.
Yeah.
Because I am working 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And then the only day I can create the content is during the weekends, or maybe whenever I have time after office during the week. Now I need to spend time with my friends, my family, I need some time for myself, and I'm looking at screen 24 hours a day, and my eyes are getting strained.
Yeah.
So these are all personal challenges.
And actually one of the challenges I always get is the content itself. That's the hardest part of it all. Like when you start, you have a lot of content to go to. Like for example, when I started my food vlogging page, I had like a big list from, you can cut that word. I had a big list of places because I had followed a lot of vloggers and they would go for all these places. I was like, okay, I know where should I go this week. I know where should I go that next week.
Right.
Yeah.
And you did the research by yourself.
Yeah, and I did some search by myself. I tried to find hidden gems. I tried like to find some places that I used to go, people don't know much about, so I can go for this place.
Right.
Later on with time, like most of these places I went to, I shooted them. Like some of them were good, like I don't mind shooting them again. Some of them were like, okay, it's not worth even to go eat there again, because like, and some of them like they're really famous that no need for them to do an advertisement. Like why would I go to Salt and shoot a video? Like everyone knows Salt, or even know Mac, or even know all these places. So why would I go and like do shooting there? So like content becomes less, so you don't know where to go, and you sometimes like, okay, like for example, it's my cheat day, so I want to go eat something that like that would satisfy me. Like I've been waiting for the whole week to eat that thing, and you know that good place that you love and you want to go to. So we're like, okay, I want to go there. I don't mind about the content for this time. I want to be satisfied. Also, even for the history, like when I started, I had like a big list of places or content that I know I want to talk about. Later on, the content becomes a bit less, so you need to go deeper and deeper. And also the time management thing goes at that moment, like you want to go deeper in content. Also, for that thing, you need to make sure whatever content you're talking about is at least 80 to 90% true. Like you don't want to fake it to make it, like you don't want to fake content, because there's a lot of fake stuff. Like when I do research, I would go to the internet and I would open more than one not a podcast. I would like open them more than blog or a story, and I would read about it and will make sure like if it's right or not. And sometimes the content is not the same, like it's fully different. I was like, okay, which one is true? So you need to, like when you're a bit stuck there, you would say that two stories and you would say like these people say that and these people say that, so you want like fake news for people or fake content for people, and it'll be like, oh, he said that, so this is true. So maybe it's not true. You need to make sure you're doing the right thing, because I know and I see some vloggers and YouTubers that they would come and say stuff or talk about stories and stuff. Like I know the story that they're talking about, or the history thing they're talking about, and I know what's wrong and what's right about what they're saying. Like, okay, that's wrong, that's right. So I don't want to be the same. Like, I just want to make sure I'm getting at least 90% of the story true for the people. So like, no one would come back, no, you say something wrong, you're not doing your research right, you need to do proper research. So just to make sure that I'm sending the right message for people, because I don't want to do it just because I want to do it. Like, I can just come up with any story right now. Like, I can talk about anything and just send it there, and that's it. It can go viral. But I don't want to do that. I want to do it right, because that's something I really love. Like, I love history. Whatever I know, I want to share it with people too, for love and like caring about the topic itself.
And you want the honesty to be there. You want people to be like in the right track. You don't want anyone to just like listen to everyone, because these days, especially with kids growing up, for them, anyone who says something online matters a lot. And like when you're on your phone 24/7 watching Instagram or TikTok, whatever anyone is saying influences you, no matter how big or small they are. So I get your point. You're very right on that part. Now,
because a lot of people act like they're victims. Always. Like, I'm the victim of that, I'm the victim of this. Maybe you're not the victim. Maybe actually you did something and that happened, or maybe it happened out of nowhere. Consequences. But even at the same time, don't act as the victim, because if you act as a victim, you'll be always the victim in like all your life, and people will eat you.